welcome to another Guild Ball Informer video. Today I'm bringing you something special. I'm going to do a video log of a tournament I'm about to attend tomorrow at Doncaster. So at the grid in Doncaster there is Don't Touch the Hair, which is a tournament run by Brad, who I know from previous tournaments. He's a lovely guy, so really fun to be around, so I'm really looking forward to that. And I just thought I'd give you a little bit of an insight into what it's like going to a tournament for any of you new guys that are looking to come to your first tournament, or anyone that's just curious to see what it's like at the grid. So I thought I'd give you a few thoughts on tomorrow and where I am with that. I have played Union up until this point in the 5 tournaments I've been to, so I'd like a bit of a change. So I haven't really decided yet on who I'm going to take. The options are the Fishermen, the Masons, the Morticians, or the Alchemists. I have all of those painted, or the Butchers, so it could be any of those. I think at the moment, because it's Halloween and because I've recently just painted them, I will probably go for my Morticians, but I'm going to sleep on it and see who turns up tomorrow with what, and that may determine what I go with. I'm really keen not to try and play the Union, so anyone else would be great, but I have only had 3 games with the Morticians, so it's going to be a bit tough to do anything tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to just having 3 games because of all this new content on the Guild Ball Informer channel that I've been recording. I've not had a great amount of time to actually game over the last few weeks, so I'm looking forward to just sort of 3 games with hopefully new guys. I'm giving a lift to Jamie Giblin, who you'll know off GBHL and Steamforge videos, and another local here called Barney. So I'm going to pick those up in the morning. So I might just drop one in the morning when they arrive in the car. We might do a bit of an interview in the car as well. And we'll go from there. So I thought I'd just show you what it is that I'm going to be taking for anyone that's curious in terms of the setup with my bag and stuff. So obviously here you go. I've got my lovely Guild Ball Informer t-shirt representing tomorrow, and then I've got a KR case which actually has all of my models in, just in a cardboard case. So I'm taking what I'll be taking, but also extra teams for anybody else in case somebody else wants to come down and play with no models. In one side pocket I've got, what have I got here for you? I've got a tape measure, and then I've got some terrain, and I've got all my cards, various cards and stuff, and then I have my lovely token box. So I have all of my tokens, quick reference cards, all the tokens and templates, pens, all the tokens you can possibly imagine. I'm keeping Steamforged well and truly in the money. So that's everything I've got, which I'll be taking tomorrow. And this, if nobody knows, is the Guild Ball Informer Captain's Armband, which I'm fortunate enough to hold at the moment. Jamie Giblin is the current Team Forge captain, and I also have one for the Battle Hammer and for the WCWW boys when they come to the Skoldic, because it's just a bit of fun, a bit of banter. Whoever finishes highest in tournaments will get to wear the captain's armband the next time. And finally, I have my Rage hat, which now I've dressed up in fancy dress, I'm going to have to wear at every single tournament going forward. And finally, because Steamforged is local to me, and Jamie's not managed to pick it up, who works there, I think I'll be okay in showing you the prize support for tomorrow that I'll be taking down, because by the time this video goes out, it'll be after the tournament is finished. So if you have a look in this goodie bag here, we have an Alchemist starter, we have an alternative shark, a Kickstarter shark, sorry, and then we've got a alternative boiler, we have a Kickstarter ox, we have a Kickstarter Honor, we have an alternative resin Kraken, and we also finally have a Kickstarter Midas. So that is an amazing amount of prize support just from Steamforged there. I know Brad himself will be putting in some extra, so it's going to be a great haul for anybody that podiums, or there'll probably be spot prizes. So that is all for you for today. It's getting late, so I'm going to jump into bed and get some shut-eye, and I will see you again in the morning. So good morning, sports fans. It's now the morning of the tournament in Doncaster. So it's actually 6:30 in the morning, so I'm about to set off in a minute to collect Jamie Giblin and Barney from the train station, and then it's a 2-hour trip to Doncaster. So it seems like quite a long way to me. I'm quite tired. I know for any of you watching from America, travelling to tournaments and things, this will seem like a doddle, but for us here in the UK, 2 hours is a fairly long time to go to a tournament, especially with my local gaming centre being the North West Gaming Centre in Stockport, which is just around the corner, about 15-minute drive, so the Skaldic Shield coming up will be much easier to get to than this. So overnight my thoughts are really, I think I'm definitely going to play Morticians today, so with that in mind, I've got to pick 8. Obulus and Dirge are obvious ones because I have to take them, the captain and the mascot, until Season 2 is here, and then I think I'll go Cosset, Rage, Mist and Silence in most games, and then I've got 2 more slots left, so I'll go Ghast probably, and then it's either Minx, Fangtooth or Casket. I think in this instance now it's so close to the Errata coming out, I think I'll try Fangtooth. I've not had him on the table yet after gaining Gluttonous Mass, meaning he can ignore the first attack, so I think I'll try Fangtooth out today. Normally probably would have been Casket. I don't think the Errata has done anything with regards to Casket time for me. Having only played Morticians 3 times anyway, I've not had a chance to actually put anybody in a box, so it doesn't really matter to me that you can only do 1 and they only stay off for a turn. Not played him today, I don't think, so Fangtooth will be my big man along with Ghast. So might jump on in the car and have a little interview if Jamie or Barney are up for some filming. Failing that, I'll jump back on at the tournament when we arrive so you can see the grid, and then maybe some player interviews throughout the day, and then I'll do a bit of a summary either tonight or tomorrow to let you know how I got on, how everything was, whether it was a blast, and I'll speak to you again soon. Cheers. So you joined again here with me at Wilmslow Station, waiting for, when it goes into focus, for Jamie Giblin and Barney, and it's a normal Saturday morning at Wilmslow. We've got a woman in her pyjamas, which is nice. But they are both coming on the same train from Manchester, I believe, so I'd expect them to arrive together. It is now 12 minutes past 7, so they're late. So we'll see where they arrive. Oh, I can hear a train beeping for them getting off the train, I think. So I believe I'll do an interview with them both, but I think Jamie Giblin will be playing Fisherman today, and I think that Barney will be playing the Masons. So we'll wait and see. I know Barney's been trying out different teams, so he might do, but in the last tournaments I've seen them in, Jamie's played Fisherman, and I think he's doing the same today. He might be trying out Fangtooth for the first time after Errata, see how he does. So both of us, me and him, will probably be having a lot of Fangtooth love after today. And Barney, I think we'll be playing Masons, but we'll have to wait and see, speak to the man himself. But for now, I'll turn this off because it'll be boring for you waiting, and then I'll switch it back on for the arrival of the infamous Barney and Jamie. Cheerio for now. Oh, we're back. They're here. Here we go. Here we go. Jamie on the left and Barney on the right. In YouTube celebrities now. Morning. Hello. Hello, sunshines. One of you will have to get in the other side behind me because you won't fit in. I'll jump in. So yes, they've arrived. They're late. 7:14, 7:15. We'll leave you now. Bye. So we have now arrived at the grid, so I'll give you a little tour. Here's the entrance, and we're a bit early, so there's a few players already here. We've got Barney, who we came with, and Jamie, and Craig. Say hello, Craig. Hello. 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 And we'll see outside Brad, you can see in the distance. So everybody's just waiting, there's Luke. Say hello. 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 And then here is the venue, so If none of you have been to the grid before, there's lots of tables set out. There's an upstairs sofa area which we'll go up to in a second. These are the tables. Ooh, like playing on that one. So I think the Guild Ball event will be downstairs. We've got a Halloween bar with food and breakfast. I've been here before and they do a damn good breakfast. And a medical station, just in case anybody flips a table over and starts bleeding later. And then a bit more non-Guild Ball related stuff, and I'll quickly just take you upstairs to the chill out zone. I think they've had a bit of a refurb here. We can have lunch and a chill out. Look at all these gaming places, gaming stations. We can play later on, we can have a game of pool. And this is where the action will happen. So I will try and do a few player interviews for you later, boys and girls. And catch back up maybe around lunchtime, and we'll see how we're getting on. So that's over for me for now, and I'll catch you in a bit. So we're joined now by the head honcho for today at the grid. Tell us what your name is.
Hey, I'm Brad.
And surname, because it's
Zalad.
Very difficult to pronounce.
Yes.
Zalad.
So
this is Bradimus Prime, is it? On the forums and Facebook,
and Twitter, etc.
So you're the head honcho for today.
Yeah.
Is this your local?
Yeah, this is the grid, Doncaster, where we play. It's owned by a friend of ours, the Wallace family.
Fantastic, and they've got their own printing machine, I hear.
Yes, they have.
So give us a flash of your lovely jacket.
Sporting a custom brewer's shirt here.
Give us a spin on the back. Wow.
Guess what team I play?
So you are, how many are we expecting for today?
With numbers are a bit low, about 8.
Okay.
And
you yourself are going to be a ringer if we need it?
Yeah, I'll play the bottom players if we need. So.
Fantastic. So yeah, we'll maybe catch up with you later in the day, see how it's going. Is this the first tournament you've run here?
Yeah, but this is my first tournament that I've run ever.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting all sorts of things to go wrong. But we've had a couple of Guild Ball tournaments here in the past, but this is like one of the first that I've organised. So.
Fantastic. Well, good luck with it. I'm sure it's going great. It's been
Thanks
great
for coming,
so far. We've seen the custom pumpkin balls we've just been given.
Oh yeah.
So they're amazing. I'll give you a flash of them later on.
Yeah. We'll get a few shots.
And we'll catch up in a bit.
Excellent, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Toys. I think I spoke to everyone. We're going to do 3 rounds today. All right. If we need the 4th, then we'll see. So everyone will get a bit of an early finish. You're all pretty experienced players here, so we know the format, etc. So the first round's up. I'll shout it out. So table 1, which is over there, is going to be Rob against Luke. Table 2 is myself against Jamie. Table 3, Andy Morris versus Chris Hay.
Hello, mate.
Table 4, Craig versus Greg.
So I've got here an interview with, is it Andy Morris?
That's right, yeah.
So my first opponent in our first game, so how did it go?
Well,
from your point of view?
From my point of view, it was a great game. I'm not very experienced, so getting...
So how long have you been playing for?
Been playing for 2 months.
2 months.
So, Shark missing that set didn't help, but, you know.
So the game ended 12-9 in the end?
Yeah, 12-9.
So I clocked out, so you got a point for that. And Shark missed a sitter, sort of turn 3, was it?
Turn 3, yeah.
And that would have made it 10-8 at the time. So just talk us through your lineup. What team did you bring?
I took Shark and Salt, obviously, Siren and Kraken, Jack and Sakana. I don't use Angel, I prefer Sakana, it adds a bit more.
So have you got another 2 in the pool?
Yeah, Grayscales and Angel are in there.
Grayscales and Angel for future games, potentially?
Yeah.
So who would you have said was man of the match for you?
For me, Kraken.
Yeah. So he just stood in the middle of the pitch, engaging all my models and just knocking them down every turn, gaining new momentum, and just stopped me doing anything.
Yeah, it was brilliant. It took such a beating, and it just held ground, did what he had to do.
Fantastic. So you're enjoying today? Is this your local? Are you here?
This is my local. I'm one of the volunteers here.
Fantastic. Yeah, I've seen you behind the counter and stuff. So.
Yeah, I help out a lot. But this is my first tournament.
Yeah.
I'll be at Skoldick Shore as well.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's our tournament. Me and Jay, well, Jamie and Jay are running it, but it's at my local.
Yeah.
So it'll be ace to see you there. Are you planning on taking fish again there?
Yeah, I'll be taking fish. I might have another team by then. But at least not painted.
So give us a little rundown of Sakana, because I know he's fairly new, and we had a bit of a chat beforehand saying that you love him.
Yeah.
And he did seem to perform very well in that game. But what are your sort of overall thoughts? What else does he bring to the team?
He obviously he's a fish, so he's super fast. He's faster than normal though. But he adds that bit of extra control. It's a bit tougher than what you get from Angel. So he can help take lighter models down if you've got armour.
I think the thing for me in that game, with his free counter-attack every turn with no momentum, even when I was going first, there was a stage where Sakana was sat with the ball on the halfway line, and I was tempted to go in and try and tackle him, but only with models with sort of one, I think it was Dirge. So against any other model, I probably would have got away with a tackle, but with him just counter-attacking for free, it's kind of pointless. So
free counter-attack is huge.
Amazing.
Not having to worry about momentum. He's got a ball, I'm going to counter anyway.
So do you tend to gear towards just using it the first opportunity you get, or do you try and be a bit more strategic as to when you use it?
I tend to use it straight away.
Yeah. I guess there may not be another opportunity that comes up in the game, in the turn. So
if you're going to counter attack, may as well do it straight away because it makes you not get knocked over at least.
Yeah.
So you're not taking so much damage.
So finally, going into today, what was your sort of ambition? What was your plan? Did you just want 4 or 3 games, or?
I want three good fun games.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting to win any. I'm not been playing long enough to get reliable wins.
Well, it was very close in our game, so it finished 12-9, but it could have gone. It was luckily, thanks to your dice rolling.
My dice do hate me. They hate my team.
So yeah, thank you very much for this, and I hope you have a good afternoon with the rest of the games.
Yeah, and you, man.
And we'll catch up at the Skoldick.
All right.
Fantastic, mate. Cheers.
I can't because I physically just can't both of your goals. Sorry. Where's your goal?
Ooh, whose are these nice models?
Just stick one there first.
How did Fangtooth do then?
Did really well, yeah. It's good for
So it's dinner time here now at the tournament in Doncaster. So there's actually some good grub. So I'll just show you here. Look at this. You having curry
Yeah, man.
and burgers and the kilt. We're gonna have. And these pancake burgers. Look at these.
15 quid. I don't know when I'm going to be able to.
Hello, we're here with another player interview with my second opponent, and you'll all recognise him from GBHL podcast and Steamforge News. This is Jamie Giblin.
Hello!
So, how did the game go? It was me against Jamie.
The game went amazing.
Amazing for you.
I couldn't have asked for more from a game.
So tell us who you played.
I played. I used the fisherman, and so you were using your morticians.
Yeah.
I'm sure they've probably
They've
seen
seen.
And I ran with obviously Shark and Salt, Jack, Grayscales, Gutter, and Fangtooth.
Wow. Okay. So what was the game plan going into the game?
Game plan going into the game was to get 2 goals, 2 takeouts, because Gutter, Fangtooth, and Shark can all gang up and kill someone.
So is this a bit of a change from your normal game plan? Is this something that's evolved over time?
With Fangtooth getting Gluttonous Mass, he finally can get into the team, I feel, because he's not just going to give away. He's not a negative player anymore. So I thought I'd bring him in. My game plan at previous tournaments has been to score 3 goals every game and included all the footballers like Angel, Siren, etc. But what I was finding at those tournaments was I'd get 2, and then the opposing player would play super defensive, and leave the ball in the corner of the pitch. And
So you really struggle to get that third one.
Struggle to get the third one. So I thought if I bring these, it gives me the option to then switch to the offensive once I got 2 goals and just finish it basically.
So before we touch on our game, how did your first game go?
First game where I was against, God, it feels like a day ago. Brad.
Brad, yeah.
I was against Brad with his Brewers, and thanks to Gluttonous Mass saved me in that game. Being able
So
to
was it the same lineup?
exact same lineup, yeah. Thanks to Gluttonous Mass meant Tappan would come in, swing in, not do anything, and then I'd knock him down.
Nice.
And I'd be like, I got away with a tapper charge. Thank God.
Any damage?
Without any damage.
Nice. And what was the score in that one?
Scoring that one was 12-10. It was really, really close. Shark managed to get 3 goals away.
Yeah.
So that was good.
So you're this is a tournament regular. So this isn't your first tournament or anything.
No, this is my
okay on the clock.
I think. Yeah, okay on the clock. I think I had 17 minutes left.
Brilliant. And then our game ended 12-4.
12-4, yeah.
And it was very quick. It was probably over within about half an hour.
And that's the quickest game genuinely I've had of Guild Ball. But it was actually one of the most for me enjoyable.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it, despite getting spanked. So thanks. I think the mistake I made was so it was a Shark hat trick for you. Shark scored.
Shark scored.
I then passed the ball out to Mist, who picked it up and ran on and scored. So that was the mistake I had.
Yeah, and then I passed it back out to Fangtooth, who sprinted forwards, his slow 6, passed it to Shark successfully, and Snapshot scored.
Amazing.
It was like in one turn. It's sort of I found this in a few games of Guild Ball. That nothing happens for a while and it all explodes, it's all up in the air again.
And in like 10 minutes there's like loads of points, VPs. And then I think I kicked the ball back out to Gas.
You kicked out to Silence, who picked it up and gave it to Gas.
And then it was down to initiative and it was 1-1 or something, wasn't it?
We both had 1 momentum, so it's a straight dice roll and
you won.
I was fortunate enough to win that, which allowed me to end the game.
Yeah,
essentially.
Shark went in and tackled the ball.
With all the influence he could on him. And it was a bit of a gambit that it has to end for me now because otherwise my players were out of position.
Yeah. So I took Obulus Dirge, Fangtooth, Silence, Mist, and Gast.
Yeah.
So I went for 2 big guys. Again, I think initially early game when I had Fangtooth and Gast with the ball, it was quite
in the middle. Yeah.
And it was quite hard for you to get it. But you got. Ball's gone.
Ball's gone. A very
like
lucky
scales.
Ball's gone onto Shark. It's like the sort of dream.
Perfect.
It also generates momentum.
We should have been filming it because that's like the perfect way to play the fisherman, and you just proved it in that game.
Yeah.
So it was awesome. So
and it's also weird that the games that I went in trying to score 3, I failed to do so, and the games I've gone in trying to score 2 and take out 2, I've scored 3.
3 in both.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So we've got 1 more game coming, I think.
1 more game to go, yeah.
And then a long drive back.
Yeah, 2.
Well, it might be a walk. Might be a walk back for you. See, because I'm driving. So brilliant there, guys. So we'll catch up after the 3rd game, and I'll interview my 3rd opponent, and then maybe we can have a quick chat before, if we're shooting off a bit earlier than usual. We can have a bit of me, you and Barney can have a review at the end.
Yeah. Well, best of luck in your next game.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
You're on for the win, top table. I would imagine.
I know,
so
right?
we'll report back. Cheers, guys. Right, we're here for interview 3 for Guild Ball Informer, the tournament down at or cross at Doncaster, and I'm joined by my 3rd opponent, who is
Rick.
The butcher. So I've been told you are actually a butcher. Is that true?
No. Couldn't be.
You just
further
like
from the truth.
dressing
like
an idiot.
I need a little bit of excitement in my life.
So, just tell us about your Guild Ball history then. Are you new to the game or have you been playing a while?
I've been playing casual,
Yep.
I've been about half a dozen games.
Fantastic.
Something like that.
And is this your first tournament?
Yes.
First tournament. Are you local here?
Yeah, just live up the road.
Brilliant. So you've played Brad and things before?
Yeah, well, Brad and Andy.
Brad and Andy.
Yeah, so
You're 2 regulars.
I played Fisherman and I played Brewers.
Brilliant. Okay, and how have you found today before we go and dive into the game?
Brilliant.
Really good?
Yeah, absolutely. I could ask for better opponents. Absolutely fantastic.
Ace, especially the 3rd one.
Yeah, well, 3rd one, well, he was alright.
Bit of a knob.
Yeah. kept with his creepy team.
So, tell us the team you used.
Butchers.
Yep, and the lineup.
That's them off. Princess, of course. Boar.
Yep.
You can't leave him without Boar. Ox.
Yep.
I took Boiler.
Yep.
Shanky Wanky.
Shanky Wanky, the new name that we've christened him in this game.
And the Tenderizer.
And the Tenderizer. So season 2 phone in.
Yeah.
How did you find him?
Really good. He causes all sorts of problems for anyone trying to score goals.
Yeah.
You don't have to load him with influence, you just leave him sat there. So he generates a free influencer turn, so you can bang anywhere else in your team. And everyone has to plan really carefully about where they stick their stuff to shoot, because he just smashes, and he's got like a knockdown on, is it 3 and a momentous on 4. It's horrendous.
Brilliant.
Or 5.
And what was your game plan going into the game? Score 3 goals?
No, yeah, well, you know, the goal scoring team they are. No, I was just trying to
beat face.
Beat the living shit out of your team.
And you said the first time you played Morticians, is it?
Yes.
So a complete surprise as to what they do.
I had no idea what any of them did, particularly the frickin' bird.
So that kind of was a bit of a turning point in the game. Let's quickly run down. So the final score was 12-8.
Yeah.
12-8 to the Morticians. I played Obulus, Dirge, Silence, Gast, Fangtooth, and Mist. Fangtooth went down surprisingly early, turn 2 I think it was.
Yeah, he should have melted away.
Even with Gluttonous Mass, he didn't stand up to much.
I put out the boiler. Those bleeds are awful.
They are very.
And he packs out an awful lot of damage when he's close to
with
us.
Princess as well.
With Princess in, it's surprising.
So I ran in and got a first turn goal with Mist.
You did.
And then not much else happened turn 1. I don't think we were just positioning.
Yeah, I was just setting up.
I tried Puppet Master on Boiler, which failed.
That's right.
First time I've ever seen Puppet Master fail.
And that's what lost you Fangtooth. That was the beginning of the end for him, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then start of turn 2, I tried to score again with Mist, and missed with Mist, even though he was stood base to base with the goal.
Go with the Tenderizer. That's it. Made it one more difficult.
So that was brilliant. And then Boar did what Boar does.
And
turned
Mist into a fine Mist.
And then a number of different takeouts. The ball stayed pretty much there around by your goal for a while.
What I started doing is using Boar and Tenderizer in concert.
As like goalkeepers, as
defensive.
defensive.
Essentially. So if you get past, so Tenderizer will protect one side of the goal, which means if you go anywhere in that, then it's gonna mess you up.
And Boar's on the other.
Boar, no one likes going near Boar. No one likes to kick. And even if you score a goal,
you're dead.
You're gonna get smashed. So yeah, fair enough. I'll lose 4, but I'm gonna remove a player off your team. What I like to do is use those two. All the rest of them act as like a forward pack, and they shove the opponent's team back down the pitch. So eventually, what I end up doing is trying to farm the guys as they come back on.
Yeah.
So you end up just generating massive points. Because you only have to do like 5 or 6 points of damage a time then. And that's what happened in game 2 for me.
Just keep going for the easy targets coming back on.
That's it. Yeah.
So the turning point really, well, it was quite even all the way really. They were missing that goal, that would have put me 8-0 up.
Yeah.
So that was a bit of a downward spiral for me. I felt the game slipping away after that point with you with the ball at the back.
Yeah,
luckily with the guild plots that I had, I managed to bring Mist back on at the halfway line, which set me up for another goal. But before that happened, there was a lot of killing, taking models off. You managed to kill Obulus and Fangtooth.
Yeah, and I got Gast later on as well.
Gast later on, and then the final nail in the coffin was a set up the ball with Shank, who ran to hit Dirge twice, not knowing that the second hit was about to kill Dirge, and that would have set you up if you hadn't killed Dirge with a run through on goal and a shot. But unfortunately, because Dirge died, you lost all the momentum you'd just built up.
Couldn't score.
I'm
still impressed with how far he moves.
But yes, he's still a wanky Shank.
He's both like my man of the.
That was going to be the next question. Man of the match and man of the tournament
Shank
for you.
Every time he doesn't necessarily do the damage that Boar does, and he doesn't pack out the bleeds, but the manoeuvrability on him, I don't even run. I don't even know is it brisket?
Brisket, yeah.
I don't think I've ever used her.
Brilliant.
I mean, people say she's great, and I just don't.
A true butcher at heart.
Yeah. If you ain't chopping, you ain't playing.
And any thoughts on Union players in butchers? Have you tried them? Do you play them?
Yeah,
what's your view?
I've run gutter instead of boiler, but I prefer boiler. I get why people
Gutter's
use
good.
gutter.
Yeah.
But I think boiler brings an awful lot as well. It doesn't do the AoE damage, but everyone's so wise to gutter. It's very rare that you get
everybody
crammed in for them three. No one conveniently lines up for those three points side blows. And people underestimate Boiler. Stick him with the dog.
Yeah,
stick him.
disgusting.
What was I doing? 6 points of damage on you with what? It's just horrendous.
It is horrendous.
And
bleed.
And he essentially is him and Princess with a little bit help from Oxford. What did for Fangtooth? They did so much damage in 2 turns.
Yep. So brilliant game overall. Very close. Could have gone either way. Best game of the day, would you say, out of the 3? Which one? I'm not saying that was.
No,
which was the 3?
I'd go with game 3.
Really?
For a couple of reasons. One, it was, it's always a nice place, all nice. Not the one with 2 opponents, right? But
Wankers.
Trust us. But not really, guys. But it was a team I'd never played before.
Yeah.
I learned quite a lot doing, from playing it. Bloody bird. And I tried stuff that I'd not tried before. It was just a game of surprise. I didn't know what was coming.
Good.
It was good.
Great. Thank you for that then. And any shout outs from anybody locally you want to? We've been spreading the love.
Thanks to the Grid, Donny, for hosting it.
Yeah.
So cracking venue. I'm stuffed full of homemade curry. Thank you, Big G. And then Brad for organising it. Yeah. And the guys turning up. There's not been many of us, but it's been a cracking event.
Day.
Hopefully we'll see some more next time.
Definitely. And any plans to coming to the Skoldick Shield up in Stockport in November? That's the next one, my local. So
if I can get my
get the pass
book stamped,
yep.
Then
nice to see you there.
Yeah, definitely.
Fantastic. Thanks, Rick.
You're welcome.
Cheers. Yeah.
Firstly, thanks everyone for coming. Well, we'll have a good day. You're welcome. We'll get straight down to it. So. First prize of the day, or spot prizes, is to best paper team. We all voted, and it's Andy Morris. Hey! It's Fisherman. Oh yes. The next one was best bet goal, and that went to the butcher, Mr. Miller.
Whee!
So you get a fishing prize.
That should go in a newspaper.
That is a nice That is a nice It'll be fine.
Third prize, I've got to remind myself.
I'm criticising your outfit.
And iron happens to other people these
I was
days.
fighting your corner, dear, don't worry.
But she was talking about you needing an iron.
Third prize went to
I said it was a very nice apron.
Hey!
Very nice apron.
£4. Second prize, it was a fish off in the
What's
final round.
Dirty fish.
A bit smelly. But, second place goes to Craig. And then finally, today our winner, Mr. Jamie Gidley, fisherman. He hasn't
Can Steamforged employees win tournaments?
I don't know. That sounds a bit... So thanks a lot guys, and hopefully see you at the next one. And I know that probably see you around the country when we're doing some others.
And thanks Brad, yeah.
Hi guys, welcome back. We've now finished the tournament here in Doncaster. Let's just have a little think back of the day. So we've all played 3 games. Jamie, do you want to start? How did you finish in the end?
In the end, first place.
Yep.
Team Forge captain.
So 3 wins.
3 wins.
So we've already discussed the first and the second game.
Yep.
So the third game, how did that go?
Third game, that was so close. Probably the closest and intensest game of Guild Ball I've had in a long time.
Was it a fish off?
It was double fish.
Do you want to go through the 2 teams? And you played Craig Galbraith?
Yes, yep.
So you finished second in the end?
Yep. My team, I think it's the same one I ran against you. It was Jack, Gutter, Fangtooth, Shark and Salt, and Sakana. Oh, it was the first one, Sakana.
Yep.
So that was my team. And Craig's team was Shark, Salt, Brace Scales, Sakana, Fangtooth and Hemlock.
Double Fangtooth.
Double Fangtooth, yeah.
So the errata has really made a difference. There was a lot of Fangtooth today.
There were a lot of Fangtooth, and I think he's well cemented in the team.
Really?
Like, the gluttonous mass makes a huge difference, I feel. For the moment, until people figure it out, and then I'm sure he'll get relegated again. Just like
and what was the final score?
Final score was 12-10. It was so close.
And 3 goals for you? Or
No, this time it was 2 goals. Shark and Sakana. So Shark scored 7 goals this weekend.
Wow.
Shark.
7 goals.
7 goals.
in 3
So
games.
Gut and String, I think, was holding him back.
Yeah,
focusing too much on debuff rather than just out and out scoring. So got on Sakana, and then Jack pushed Grayscales off the table with Trident Tested, and then Gutter, Fangtooth, Shark, and Salt beat up.
And Salt.
Yeah,
Salt's always a young
Salt did something. Crowned it out.
Amazing. He's the best mascot in the game.
Yeah, best mascot definitely. After that performance, and beat up Craig's Shark for the final 2 VPs.
Brilliant. And then the win.
And then the win, yes.
So we've kind of done this in the wrong order. We should
start
with me, because the lowest one. So I finished 4th at the end. There was quite a few people on 2 wins and a loss, so it came down to victory points scored. So just to run through, Jamie finished 1st, Craig finished 2nd.
Spoilers.
Spoilers! The man sat next to me, Barney, finished 3rd, so we'll go through that in a second. I finished 4th, and then anything after that doesn't matter. On 2 wins and a loss. I really struggled today with timings and influence of not playing the Morticians really a great deal before. So I would encourage people, especially if it's your first tournament, going to a tournament is knowing your team and playing more games. Don't sort of jump in with a new team. It's an amazing environment and people are lovely, so they are very.
They'll coach you through.
They
won't let you win, but they'll coach you through what you should be doing.
But if you want to be sort of competitive and have a really competitive nature like I do, you'll come away a bit disappointed, I think, if you don't.
Knowing your team's the first big thing. Knowing what everyone's capabilities are, what they can do, and then knowing your opponents is.
Yeah, there's a couple of points in all the games where I was just stood there like looking at the board thinking, I actually don't know yet. So he's got 3, he's got 2, he's got 5. What do I do? I don't know what I'm actually going to do. I don't have a plan.
What's the plan with them?
And I think that's the key to getting really good at Guild Ball is having a plan and sticking to it and trying to fulfil that even if other stuff goes wrong, a little bit wrong. And I played a lovely gentleman you'll have seen already, a butcher player called Rick. So that was lovely. That was probably my favourite game. It was just really, really good fun playing. He was fairly new, so that was nice. So on to you.
Peter Butchell.
The noob stomping.
Yeah.
No, that was close. So mine finished 12-8 in the end, and it really did come down to just a mistake by him not knowing Dirge.
Yeah, I heard he killed Dirge.
So he killed Dirge on the run for a goal.
Yeah.
So that lost him the full momentum that he just built up to try and score. He was on 6 at the time, 6 points. So that would have taken him to 10 and made it really close. Yeah. So I've spoiled it for you already, but finished 3rd.
Yeah, 2 wins and a loss. A loss against Craig.
In round 2?
Round 2, yeah.
Yep. So what was your first game?
I had 3 really different opponents with Fisherman, and Fisherman. It was good. I played first game. I think it's from the guy who organised the whole tournament, so I forgot his name. Really bad. Luke, that's it.
Luke Foster.
Yeah, that was a good one. Today I played Masons. I had same team all day. I had Honor, Flint, Marbles and Mallet, and then Snakeskin and Mist.
Snakeskin?
Yeah. And I've just been going for pure speed, try and score as quick as fast as possible.
Wicked.
Snakeskin, I've not done too much with her. Normally I just leave her with 1 influence just to hit someone, maybe put a poison on. But, I mean, kicking with Mist as far forward as I can, and just kick it and maybe try. I always choose to kick if I win the coin toss.
Just to get the ball up near their goal.
Yeah,
so
and then you got the twin
double
threat of both
Flint.
Flint and Mist as well.
Yeah.
I usually, the way I play as well, I usually put 6 influence on it every turn without fail. I mean, I've actually been scaling that back today a lot less. I've been putting more on the Flint and Mist just to try it differently to see how it goes.
So I'm curious because they seem to have less influence than a lot of other guilds. So with Mist and Flint both being quite influence intensive, have you struggled to sort of allocate stuff around?
Well, no, because once you've allocated them, there's no influence left. So there's always a choice. Yeah. But yeah, the hard choice is because usually you're giving 6 to Honour, then it's you've got to pull it from somewhere else. So I've cut her off down today on purpose.
Yep.
And actually, Mallet, I've given stuff to Mallet as well. He's quite good in the midfield.
So your sort of game plan with that team, is it 3 goals or is it 2 goals?
2
and
goals, 2
takedowns?
knockdowns. Weird, because you can get the 2 goals quite easily, and then but still in later turns, if they've got a player forward, Marvel's and Honor can just come in and just show them some love. Yeah.
So let's talk about your last game then. Your third game was a win.
So
was the
with
score?
Fisherman, 12-2. I kicked the ball right to the corner. He physically couldn't get it.
Yeah.
But then Miss went in and with bullshit shenanigans managed to get the score.
Yeah.
But then, what's it called? Siren,
Yeah.
someone else, and Kraken
Killed me.
tripled him to push him off the pitch.
Oh, right, okay.
It was actually quite good in the end because he pushed him off the pitch.
And you came back on in a
Came
better
back on
position.
full health.
But I had full health, yeah.
that was cool.
So I wasn't too fussed with that one. Although I did have to look up if I still got ISIS sponge tokens to then use to come back on the half on the board edge. So you still have the token, but it just doesn't do anything.
Okay.
Then a scrum stop happened on the left-hand flank. I think for one turn I didn't put enough influence on Mist, and I couldn't get a touchdown. So stuff happened. The ball got popped loose by Jack, I think it was, or maybe the guy with the trident, or well, not tridents, but one guy with a pointy stick, and he kicked it away.
Too many fish today.
And I had actually loaded up Snakeskin. She managed to 2-inch dodge to the other side of him, hit him, got up clone. I think I nimbled as well actually.
Yeah.
And then I just had enough to run out, pick up the ball and score because a lucky bounce was quite good for me.
Yeah.
He then got the ball down to Siren, who booted it in and missed. And that because it would have been really close because if he'd have got that in, he probably would have scored again quite quickly.
Yeah. It was all down to that last shot. And then you went and took more models out?
Yeah, I think during that time I'd taken out Salt, and then I just got enough to get the first activation on the next turn, and Honor just went in and pasted Siren. So that's
brilliant.
Yeah, Honor will destroy Siren.
Yeah.
So 3 games, 3 dead Sirens.
So are they all new people you played today?
I played Craig before, and that was really good. I had 2 really good games. I won the first one, he won this one.
And for you, Jamie, new people, apart from me?
Not yourself.
We haven't played that much though.
I haven't played that much.
Not in tournaments.
I played Craig previously at the Toy Soldier event.
Okay, so only one new
He beat me that time, but I beat him this time.
So the same for both of you involved in both?
And my first game was against Brad, who I didn't actually get to play at Toy Soldier, so I was happy to play him.
Ace. So good day all round, 3 games in the end, so we'll be setting off back in a second. It's now nearly 5 o'clock.
I'd like to say as well, you're after screwing me up a little as well.
You Martha did?
Yeah,
In what way?
on the bad sides, a number of times I had to do extra things with Mist to get the momentum. And also, it's good.
Well, welcome to the Fisherman's Life.
And then in the first 2
I was going to
games,
ask how
I
it
played
affected.
Fangtooth.
Yeah.
So which again,
Against Fangtooth, yeah.
so
that's sort of limited.
Good maths.
Yeah.
But again, you just got to accept you have to hit him twice.
Yeah. So you just sort of learn to play around it and then.
So I think the first time I was generally sending Flint in for the assist, hit him because he's not going to do anything anyway.
Yeah.
And then once it's gone, it can then send in Honor and Mallet, who then
Who will do?
in the first turn they
do a lot.
twin teamed him. Yeah.
Brilliant, so that's us going, that's the roundup in the end. Great event altogether. The venue here is really nice. I really like it. Clean toilets.
Yeah,
which is always good. And the lunch was great. I had you'll see it coming up, but I had a rabbit burger, which was basically pancakes, burger, bacon, maple syrup. Oh, the love. So it was good.
Sounds sickly.
It does sound sickly.
I just had a burger.
A burger.
And a lot of vinegar. Vinegar and a burger.
Right, we'll turn this off now. So right, cheers guys, and thanks for watching, and you'll see me on other videos coming up. So cheers guys.
Cheers.
Ciao.
Bye.